Good evening, everyone. This is the 6th of January, the last day of Christmas, the 12th day of Christmas, the Epiphany. And guys, this is the Hillbilly Think Tank, Spencer Keck, coming at you live from Hardin County, Kentucky. It is time for a national epiphany when it comes to the guardians of the pedophile party. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. What do you think of what is going on in our nation? What do you think of the fact that Whiskey Pete, as we talked about last night, is trying to censure a national hero in the U.S. Navy and Senator Kelly, an astronaut? Whiskey Pete now has told the Pentagon it's time to consider taking women out of combat roles after they've been there for 10 years. He wants a complete review of women in the military. What on earth is going on? Are we in the twilight zone? That's what I'd like to know. Is anyone aware out there of reality? Have we lost all sense of reality in this country? That's my biggest question for all of us. I am very worried for our country, for our future. How about you? I'm very worried for the future of Kentucky. How about you? So, Ford Motor Company lost $800 million due to Trump's tariffs. China spent $820 billion last year on buying soybeans from U.S. farmers. This year, they spent $0 on our soybeans. Donald Trump is threatening war with Greenland, among others of our allies like Canada. Is it not enough that he is destroying our markets for Kentucky soybeans, Kentucky cattle, Kentucky bourbon, and Kentucky-made Ford vehicles, among so many things? Now, SecDef Whiskey Pete Keg's Breath plans on reviewing the effectiveness of women in combat. This comes as he is censuring U.S. Navy pilot astronaut hero Senator Kelly. Come on, guys. There has to be a time when we say enough is enough. Is this finally going to be the time? Are we going to wake up and see this is the twilight zone and we've got to stop it? What on earth will it take? Every day. It's something new, but nothing new that's good or better. It's more and more and more and more and more of insanity. Do we have national health care on our radar? Healthcare for all? We've got billions to spend, hundreds of billions, according to the president, to spend on taking all the oil from Venezuela and building their infrastructure in Venezuela. And yet we don't have money to give every single American a health care. This is absolutely ludicrous. We have gone off the rails. Back to women in the military. It's absolutely apparent that Whiskey Pete Keg's Breath has no respect for women. We already knew this before he got into office. We heard these reports. We heard the warnings. Republicans and corporate Democrats did nothing to stop him from becoming our Secretary of Defense. And here we go. I served with women that were in combat roles. They're there voluntarily. And the ones that could hack it, just like the men that could hack it, They did it. We've got women now as Rangers, U.S. Army Rangers, one of the toughest schools in the military. They've proven themselves effective. When are we going to have a national epiphany and say, hey, it's enough? This grand old party is not a grand old party anymore. It's the guardians of the pedophile. That's all that GOP stands for. They're going to do anything they can to guard the pedophile from being exposed in the Epstein files, even though he's already been exposed there. He's been exposed many other places for what he is, but they will do anything they can to keep this man from being punished for what he did to young girls. When is enough going to be enough? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Anthony Miranda, good to see you there. So you say, finally, another redneck, dude. I'm in New York. They're doing the call to prayer 5 times a day. Okay. Really? Who's doing the call to prayer 5 times a day in New York? I hadn't heard that one yet. Interesting. So it's time for us to say, hey, we've been bamboozled, and the bamboozling time is over. We're going to make this country safe for working folks to be able to work as hard as they do and to get their health care paid for, just like Congress does. You serve one term in the House of Representatives, you get health care for life, better than anyone else can receive. You know, I served in the U.S. military. I had to do 20 years of service in the military to get TRICARE for life. And that still comes with copays that are outrageous when you have a family. You know, it's only because I'm a 100% disabled veteran that I don't have copays because I use the VA instead of my TRICARE benefits. But we have got to push for all Americans to receive just as good a health care as Congress gets. Does Congress get up in the morning at 5 o'clock sharp or earlier to go milk 200 cows in their dairy? No. Does Congress get up in the morning just as early to go cut hay? No. The few farmers that were left, that were real farmers, are gone now. And I'm not talking about folks who have money invested in huge companies that make the seeds that they sell to the farmers. No, I'm talking about the actual farmers who get in their tractor and go out and do the work. That's what I'm talking about. So it is time for us to get back to sanity and to take this country back for ourselves, for the working folks. Y'all have a great night. Remember, in Kentucky, united we stand, divided we fall. We love our neighbors as ourselves so that we will not be divided. We are our brothers' keepers and our sisters' keepers, no matter who they are, what they look like, who they worship, who they don't worship. We all take care of each other in Kentucky and in the good old US of A. And we're going to get rid of the guardians of the pedophiles. It's time. Open up those Epstein files. Y'all have a great night. God bless your corazon. That means heart for those of you that don't know it.